Premier League winner, England captain and a god of the game, Mr. Rio Ferdinand. It's a great day of football. Rio, let's talk about today's games. Let's start with Portugal. They really needed that win and they needed a great performance. What did you take away from that game today?
Yeah, well, they was under huge pressure.
Yeah.
And to come out and win the way they did, like, emphatically, was phenomenal. I mean, I'd love to look at the Ronaldo goal.
Of course,
just to show you through that. Because
yeah, please do.
It's key to show you this. Jadarius highlighted, guys. This is a billionaire, by the way. This is a guy who, look at the hunger, look at the desire, the movement, the timing. Look at that. And one of the key things is, I think, is to note for all young players, all young sports people, this guy is the most, like, dedicated, most proven goal scorer in the world, right? But the hunger and desire to prove critics wrong leading into this game is something for all young people to aspire to. Yeah. Don't let it beat you. Come back.
But the criticism that he's faced, there was lots of people talking about that moment when the ball was cut back, and had he left the ball for Bruno Fernandes, lots of people saying he would have scored, and he got criticised for that quite a lot. Like, why is the criticism of Ronaldo so great? And why were people making so much about that one moment, do you think?
I think there's two elements to it. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed person, the most famous person on the planet. Some of you American guys might not agree with that, but it's a fact, guys, just so you know, OK? And so when you're at that level, you're going to get criticised. No matter what happens, you're going to be the focal point and attention for everything, OK? So, but he accepts that. He understands that. Now, we can drill down into certain situations. I think the bigger question for people, I think, when watching Cristiano Ronaldo in the first game, and more importantly, watching Portugal in the first game, they didn't function well as a team.
No, you're right.
So, but because he's the big guy, he's the name, he's the brand, he's going to get the attention. But again, he's not ignorant or silly enough to think, you know what, that should be focused on somebody else. He's big enough, ugly enough, well, good-looking enough, to take all of this on his shoulders and accept it and go, you know what, guys, stand behind me, and we'll get through this, don't worry. And one of the key things he said after the game, I'm going to paraphrase here, he said he prefers to work hard than he prefers football. Something like that.
Right.
And that's a key thing, this guy. I've known him since he was about 17, 18 years old. And there's one thing that is just a non-negotiable for this guy, and that is to work hard through any situation.
Yeah. When you're in a locker room, when you're in a locker room with Cristiano Ronaldo, is there any moment where you're just looking at him thinking, God, you are handsome?
Yeah, it has to be. Well, you're probably not thinking that before he's thinking that.
Right.
Yeah, because I'll tell you one thing that he done when we was there, which was amazing, right? When he was it was like 19, 20, just starting to really take the Premier League by storm, becoming the main guy there, main guy at Man United. And we turned up one day, we walked into the training ground. It's quite a chilled out area, nothing too crazy going on. He's sitting, his area's here. You're sat in one place every day, and there was a wall in front of him about 2 yards away, where just next to the showers. He had a mirror put up.
I think I'd do the same, though.
Yeah.
I honestly do. If I look like that, I would never...
Oh, my God. You wouldn't have gone to training.
Yeah, I just think I'd be doing it all the time.
I'd walk around in a towel. I'd walk around in a towel everywhere I go. Grocery store, bank. Does he have a locker just for cologne? He looks like a guy who has a locker just for cologne.
I think he oozes cologne. It looks like he oozes.
And that is a tongue-in-cheek bet. He's compared to Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think that's unfair, or do you think it's...
Where do you stand in it, incidentally, Simon? I know Piers Morgan always goes Ronaldo. And you give him stick for that. Who is the GOAT? Who's the better player?
In my view, Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah, I think the arguments of playing in Portugal, playing in the English Premier League, playing in the Spanish League, playing in the Italian League, and even playing in the Saudi League, for whatever that may be worth. He's gone into each of one of those leagues and operated at the highest level, whereas Messi, you know, played in a wonderful Barcelona team that was, you know, playing in the climate and conditions that suited him best. He didn't pull up trees at PSG, and he's gone to American football. And whilst he's a standout player, that's because the standard is so low. I don't discredit him as a mercurial genius. I just think Ronaldo, for me, given those facts, and it really does burn my backside to concur with Piers, because I'll try and find anything to disagree with him, because his knowledge is about the size of a thimble about football, despite him thinking it's bigger. I go down the Ronaldo argument, but I don't feel it has to be a compare and contrast. I just think they're both wonderful players. Did we run the argument back? I suppose we might have done. Did they run the argument who was better between Pelé and Eusebio? Who was better between these?
It was always Pelé and Maradona, wasn't it?
Well, no, they were different generations, weren't they? At the time, it was Pelé and Eusebio, wasn't it? In terms of Eusebio was at the same era as Pelé. But I look at this and say they're both wonderful players. They're both phenomenal athletes. They're different. Ronaldo is a different type of player, whereas the silkiness and the beautifulness on the eye, and I've seen both of them in the flesh. You know, I've seen both of them. I've seen Messi and his pomp in the flesh in Spain, and I've seen him slightly off it as he's getting older now, not quite the same level, but there's still there. And whereas Ronaldo has more power, and something about Ronaldo that just, for me, has been able to translate. And the argument would be easier made, and I hate the argument of a wet Tuesday in Stoke because it's such a reductive argument. But you wonder how Messi would have played in the Premier League, which was more competitive, how he'd have played in Italy.
Ronaldo gets a chance to increase his own tally tonight. Portugal, Uzbekistan, Ryan.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I know another tongue-in-cheek one here, Simon, but bearing in mind you've just said all that, and I'm a Ronaldo man as well. Ronaldo to score no goals at this tournament is also 9-4, so it depends what camp you're in. Ronaldo and Kane, any time is boosted today to 85-40, I have to say that. But just picking up on what you said there, Si, I don't know. Do you drop Cristiano Ronaldo, or do you continue to be the main man?
I think it's slightly cowardly for Martinez. I don't think he merits being in the side. I think he's disadvantaging the side because he's doing things that he can't do the things he once did. And that in attempting to do them, I think he's prohibiting other situations where the team can create opportunities. Midfielders going beyond him, other players assuming the positions that he's not getting into. So I don't think he merits a place. That being said, there is an argument that the fear factor of Ronaldo creates a reaction in the opposition. Now, there's been a lot of hysteria and hyperbole about Ronaldo and his recent performance, and we saw other pundits, Thierry Henry, who are very qualified to speak about it because they were elite players, talking about the lack of prowess from him and him doing the very things that I've just described. Yeah. Let's see if he bounces back. Let's see if it looks like Martinez is not. He's going at the end of this tournament, so you'd expect him to have a set of balls, but he's made a rod for his own back now because clearly, if he doesn't play Ronaldo, what is the headline going to be? Yeah. He's dropped Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas he could have started the tournament with Ronaldo, assuming. I mean, let's also be clear. Ronaldo's 3 years older, or 2.5 years older than Messi. Let's have a look at Messi when he's 41 and see if he's still operating at the same level.
Something about Messi, Simon, I've got to say.
Each their own.
Honestly. I reckon Ronaldo plays and Ronaldo gets 2 goals tonight against Uzbekistan. How do you like that, Ryan?
Yeah, I like it.
He's the man. What's up with everybody?
Calm down, everybody.
Total genius. We met Tom Brady the other day. Ronaldo, he's up there with all these sports people. He's the man. Great to see him back. His 2 goals were excellent. His movement. I like the fact it was one-touch finishes, that sharpness. And again, he's joined a party.
You can measure the relief, can't you? That's what it's about, that, Gary.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see it in the first goal. Like I say, there was every emotion when he celebrated that first goal. There was anger, probably looking at his critics, the people who questioned him. Relief, because obviously it was massive for him to score and obviously for the team to win, and then just the elation and just that. I mean, look, was it 240 games you said before? 230 games for Portugal?
230. That was number 230.
230 football matches.
Yeah. More than any other man in international football.
That is just like... I can't even put that into words, how sort of hard that is to do. I played 85 times for England over 13, 14 years. He's played triple nearly me.
And that was a full-back, Gary.
No. That's no. I wish he gave me as much slack as Ronaldo. Honestly,
that's a rabbit punch.
How many games do? We keep talking about the hardest part of the game.
Played midfield.
Be quiet. Listen, be quiet. I'm talking. The hardest part of the game is putting the ball in the back of the net, and he does. How many goals? Wow, we got to. Right, I wish I could, to be fair, walk around, touch it 20 times, and stick it in the back of the net. I just couldn't do that.
Yeah. Did you see a structure there a better structure from Portugal, which means come the knockout stages, even if they're not in the France-Spain bracket yet, they will be a real threat?
Yeah, they're going to be a real threat on there. I think they used the width quite well today, so they got more crosses in, didn't they? And they definitely were looking for Ronaldo every time they got the ball, or try to get the crosses and try to get delivery. I mean, they've got world-class players in there, like Bruno's in there, and he's making the passes through, isn't he, to Ronaldo. They're a very good team. I'd be a wee bit worried about them physically. And their speed, the size and the speed in midfield, they're wonderful players on the ball, don't get me wrong, but I'd be a wee bit worried about the transitions with them, maybe when they go through the cup to the teams that have got more power and more speed, but certainly a very, very good team.
I think you mentioned before the game, the width that they can get and the speed that they've got, actually, I think comes from the full-backs, likes of Cancelo and then Semedo in the second half, obviously Mendes. If they narrow their team a little bit in midfield with sort of Vitinha and all the other players, Neves, Bruno, Bernardo Silva, they've got fantastic players in that sort of central bit. You've got Cristiano up front. If you just let your full-backs, that apparently it's very easy to do, just go forward. just put a couple of balls in.
Yeah. What you have to admire with Ronaldo, on top of everything else, how brilliant he is. Gary mentioned before the game, these guys, like billionaires, won everything, or the World Cup. The hunger and that desire to keep getting in there, desperate to get more goals in the second half. To me, that's what a great example is for these lads. Again, we know they can be criticised, of course, for maybe sometimes his body language, but that desire, not hungry to keep trying to get goals.
Mark, it's a stupid thing to say this. The next World Cup's in Portugal, Spain and Morocco. I would not put it past him to think that he's going to be there in 4 years. It's ridiculous to say it, I know.
No, Roberto Martinez has said he thinks he will be. I thought Ronaldo had said he won't be, but as you say, because of where it is, he could change his mind.
Yeah, he'd probably be there, all right, but you mean watching? Yeah, he'd hardly be playing.
Age 45.
If he was a fullback, he might be, but that's an attacking player.
You love it when it's a one-touch finish, and is that because there's no time for anybody defensively to react to it if you hit it first time?
Exactly, he's ready for the type of pass he's receiving. Like Bruno obviously giving that right pass, so he doesn't have to take a touch. And even his first goal, yeah, to me that kind of reflects the sharpness. And the highest level is about 1 touch. You're not going to get 2-3 touches in the box. It's just not on.
You feel as a striker, Duncan, if you could take it first time, you are much more likely.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it's a time, isn't it? You don't get a lot of time in that box, do you? So I think if you touch, people are closing you down. He's the best in the world, isn't he? I mean, he's probably beating himself up just now in the dressing room because he's not scored 3 or 4. You know, he's a perfectionist. It's a testament to how he's lived his life and his career that he's got such longevity. It's incredible. He's an incredible phenomenon.
And he's getting his body position in the right place to make a one touch. You see some strikers, average players, they get their positions wrong where they have to take a touch, and then that gives the defenders a chance. But they're getting their body position right where they're going, when it comes to me, that's it.
That's all I need.
Sharpness.